Hello friends, I want to put up a video on a topic which on one hand has lot of misunderstanding or rather lot of misconceptions. There is a lack of clarity in understanding, and on the other hand there is a lot of hype about it. Now before going into the topic, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, and if you like my videos, please press the like buttons and express your comments. Now coming to the topic is student exchange program. Some of you have heard about it, some may not have a clear understanding of it. Even if you have heard about it or even if you have some understanding, I would request you to go through the full video so that you get a clear picture, because I've seen it from experience that people have lack of clarity in understanding. Sometimes there are certain misconceptions and hypes about it. See, student exchange programs, this was started in a context after the World War, because it was with the intention to promote understanding of different cultures, to promote understanding of people and history, to promote various beliefs and various cultures of other countries. And what has happened is this student exchange program has become very prevalent in the developed countries in the Western world. In India, it has not been very popular, but of late, it's gaining ground. It's becoming a trend in India. So I thought we need to get some clear understanding of the student exchange programs here. See, student exchange programs, we have two types. Two types means we have high school student exchange program, we have university or college student exchange programs. Now, high school student exchange program can be very short duration programs. It could be a 1 week program, it could be 10 days program, 2 weeks program, 1 month, 2 months and 3 months. But when it comes to a university or a college student exchange program, it's normally 1 semester program. It's a semester abroad program. Now, both these things, the student exchange program at the university level and student exchange program at the high school level, both of them we have to look at differently, because there are certain hype, more hype in the high school program, less hype in the university thing. So I will explain to you one by one. First I will explain to you about the high school program, and then I'll move to the college and the student exchange program. When we come to the high school program, see, a high school student exchange program is always between two partner schools. One school in a country, maybe in India, and the other one in another country, a school in another country. It could be US, it could be Europe, it could be Australia, it could be Singapore, it could be any country. And there is an understanding, there is an MOU signed between these two schools. And then the first thing that we have to understand is, see, these student exchange programs, when it is done at the high school level, it's a branding exercise by the institution. They want to brand their school. They want to give an impression that their campus is international. They have their students going to an international campus. They have international students coming into their campus. So it's basically a branding exercise. It's not bad. Doing a branding exercise, I don't say it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. But then when we pick up a student exchange program, then we should assess the details of the program. As I said, it's an exchange program between two schools in two countries. When we hear about it, the students have an infatuation for it. Oh, I can go to a foreign country. I can be there for some time. Sometimes parents who hear about it, they also have an infatuation. But let's be grounded. Let's not be carried away by this. What we need to look at is, see, when a student goes for a student exchange program, especially at the high school level, they live in a host family. A host family means it could be a native family. They host this student, maybe 1 student or 2 students, depending on the facility they have. And the students who go from here, they don't have to pay any tuition fee, but they have to meet their living expenses. So they pay to the host for the expenses, their boarding and lodging. Or they live in a hostel, or they live in an apartment. Now what happens is, people come from different places. I have personal experiences of going to different schools in different countries. I just wanted to know how the student exchange program works. So I've gone to different countries, into different schools. I've been part of groups. And then I've seen quite a lot of students from Japan, from China, from Mexico, from South Korea. See, those students go there because they get a better exposure, especially in learning the English language also. So when we go for a student exchange program, it's a good thing that sometimes we could learn a new language. If we know English, if we go to another country where English is not spoken, then you learn a new language. Also, you get to know the culture. You get an opening into different ways how schools are being run or students learn all those things. But then it's a young age. When they go when they are in the 10th class or 11th or 12th, when they go for a student exchange program, sometimes it could be traumatic for the student. From an Indian context, I'm speaking from an Indian context. When our students, when they go from here at the school level, they are at home, everything is taken care of by the parents, and when they go to a place when they have to live alone or with people whom they may not know much, even if they come to know for a short period, it's not going to be a deep understanding of the person. So when they go there, sometimes it could be a traumatic experience, especially from the Indian context. So my personal opinion is about student exchange programs at the school level, especially from the Indian context. Let the students study here, let them be here. If you have a lot of money, you want to send your students, you may send a student for a tour program abroad. Likewise, if you look at sending your child for a program, a student exchange program, I have nothing to say about that. But people who don't have money, if they want to borrow money and go for a student exchange program at the high school level, I would say no. I have an experience of a parent coming and telling me, I just missed a chance for my child to go to US for a student exchange program. I told that lady, you didn't miss anything. You don't have to worry. It's a school program. When your child grows up, then probably she can go for a study abroad, or maybe when she goes to a college or the university, then there is another option. Because when they are at a young age, especially from the Indian context, I would personally say that we should not opt for a student exchange program, especially when we have to fund the cost of the whole thing by borrowing money. If you have money, you can choose. But this is my personal opinion. You can disagree, but from my personal experience, I wanted to share this with you through this video. When it comes to a student exchange program at the university or the college level, then it's entirely a different game. And especially when you go for a student exchange program at the university level, we need to take care of two important things. Whether you're from a premier institution or whether you're from a non-premier institution. If you're from a premier institution like IITs, IIMs or IISs or other premier institutions, they always sign MOUs with different universities, colleges in different countries. One institution will have several MOUs with several institutions in several countries. So the advantage is when they go for a semester abroad, then this is closely monitored by their faculty. For example, a student who is doing a particular stream of study, then what is the specific course that he is going to choose when he goes for a semester abroad? It's closely monitored by the faculty. What are the short programs that they're going to choose? They also, when they go there, they attend some workshops. Also, they get an exposure into an international campus. See, whenever we go to a good university or college campus abroad, it's normally going to be a really good campus. Probably much better than the kind of infrastructure that we have here. So that's a good exposure they get. Also, they get to know an alternate ways of teaching, alternate ways of learning. All these things are happening when you go for a student exchange program or a semester abroad program when you are doing your studies in a college or a university. But even then, sometimes it may be traumatic, because when you go there, you stay there, sometimes when you interact with students who come from other parts of the world and in that country itself, sometimes it could be traumatic. Sometimes it's going to be really good also. But then it's always better than the school program when you go for a student exchange program, going during the university or the college time. This is also an occasion for the students to get grounded on the reality of study abroad. Sometimes they may also have a big hype about it. So once they go for a semester abroad program, they know, oh, okay, it's going to be this way. So he or she gets a clear understanding. He becomes or she becomes a better grounded person about the study abroad programs. Now, a point of caution that we need to keep in mind is, see, a student who goes abroad for a semester program, for a student exchange program, when he is from a premier institution from India, then he is well footed here in the academic qualification. He has a high standing in the academic qualification here in India. So when he goes for a semester abroad, it's an added advantage. So when he comes back, he comes with a lot of exposure, a lot of openness, but then he is not going to gain much for his future employment from that, but rather he gets an employment based on the qualification he gets from that premier institution where he is studying. So for a student from a premier institution, it's really good. But when you're from a non-premier institution, see, again, it's a branding exercise for the institution. They want to make sure that their campus is international. They have students going from here to a foreign country, foreign students coming into their country, so the campus looks international. Very good. But then, when you want to go for a student exchange program from that institution, sometimes students go with a kind of misconception. They think, if I go for a semester abroad program, for a student exchange program, then my employability is going to be high. No, not at all. Honestly speaking, if you look at day zero placements on campus, if you look at see whether a placement is given to a student who has gone for study abroad, may not be, or normally not. If a person gets that way, if somebody who has gone for a semester abroad program, he gets a day zero placement, it's not because of the reason that he has gone for a student exchange program, but because for other reasons. So, and when you are from a non-premier institutions, if you think that if you go for a student exchange program abroad, you get employment in the foreign country where you go for study, no. When you think that when you come with that experience to this country, you get a better employability here, no. So, what we need to consider is, if I am going for a student exchange program, it's just for an exposure. It's just for an exposure. If you are looking at employment in the foreign country where you go, I would say you should not go for a student exchange program. You should go for a study abroad program. You can choose that later for a study abroad program. And most of the time, the institutions who sign the MOU with the foreign institutions, they don't consider anything about the visa rules. They may not know the visa rules. They don't even discuss visa rules, because visa is an entirely different game. So they discuss the kind of exposure they want to give. They discuss about the internationalization of the campuses. So it's basically the visa rules probably we need to understand. So if you are going for a student exchange program with the hope that you get an employment in the country where you go, you won't get it. Be sure about it. So we need to be well grounded. We need to assess properly. If I am going to take up a student exchange program, is it worth? Is it value for the money? Am I borrowing money to fund my costs for the student exchange program? Because when you go there, you have to stay there. You don't have to pay the tuition fee, because when students from that university comes to this institution in India, they don't pay tuition fee. When students go from here to the other campus, students from here also don't pay the tuition fee. But then they have to meet the living expenses and the other incidental expenses. So should you borrow money for this student exchange program, which may not help your employability? But if you have a lot of money, you just want to have an exposure, make your own choices. But I personally would say, if you are looking at an employment in a foreign country, student exchange program is not the route which you need to take. You should take a study abroad route. But if you are looking just to know what it is, you have enough money, you can choose anything. It doesn't matter. You get a different exposure. You get some early exposure than maybe many other students who get from the campus experience. So that is the only thing probably you are going to gain. So about student exchange program at the high school level from India, I would say let's not be infatuated by that. At the university or the college level, I would say assess well whether you are from a premier institution, whether you are from a non-premier institution. Accordingly, make an assessment, judge well, and make your choice. Now, these are all my personal opinion. Based on my personal experiences, I wanted to share this. You may agree, you may not agree, but ultimately it's your choice. You don't have to make a choice just because I said this. No. Assess what I have said and make a choice. I hope this will be useful to you. Until my next video, goodbye.